Hello. The Sun is about to transit from the third house to the fourth house of Scorpio ascendants on 13th February. So it will continue to stay there in the fourth house up to 15th March 2026. The Sun was there in the third house with three more planets, Mars, Mercury and Venus. So altogether 4-planet conjunction was there. So they were there for the past 1 to 1.5 months like that. So these planets, they move fast across the house, like within 1 to 1.5 months. As they move fast within short period of time, they exert short-term influences. These are the planets which influence short-term influences. When it comes to planets like Jupiter, Saturn, North Node and South Node, they take longer time to move across a single house. As they take longer time, they are regarded as the planets which exert long-term influences. For example, if you take Saturn, it takes about like 2.5 years to completely move across a house. So they exert long-term influences. So from this 4-planet conjunction, all these 4 planets transit during the month of February from the 3rd house to the 4th house. But before that, the North Node is already there in the 4th house of the Scorpio ascendants. It's been there since 18th May 2025 and it will continue to stay there up to 5th December 2026. That's a long time because the North Node is a planet which influences in long run. So its influence for the 4th house is long term. The behavior of North Node is inconsistent. 4th house resembles your place of stay, then your residence, your long-term fixed assets, also called your properties, lands, buildings, vehicles, likewise. So you will get mixed influences during that period from North Node. Sometimes more positive, sometimes highly negative. You can't maintain consistency. So inconsistent situation or inconsistent influences, but mostly expect negative influences, especially when you are dealing with properties like that, and also when you are taking decisions regarding your properties likewise, and also your place of residence might change or you might shift from one place to another likewise. So when the first planet to arrive here from the 4-planet conjunction is the Mercury on 3rd February. So once it reaches the 4th house, it will stay there up to 11th April. But when it comes to Mercury's role, Mercury has double or dual actions here. Its role is sometimes good and sometimes bad, because the Mercury governs the 11th house as well as the 8th house. So 11th house resembles your income and your interaction with your relatives, the friends and the outside society. That means your social relationships. When the Mercury is in the 4th house, so it's positive for those issues which are governed by 11th house. But Mercury is also represent the 8th house of the Scorpio ascendants. It's the lord of the 8th house. 8th house is the worst house of any birth chart, which resembles setbacks in life, destruction, losses, pain, sorrow, life-threatening situations, death, and lifespan. So mostly highly negative issues of the life. So as the 8th house resembles all those, the Lord of the 8th house also create obstacles for the places which it travels. Because the Lord of the 8th house is Mercury for the Scorpio ascendants. So as it travels through the 4th house, it creates troubles for the matters governed by the 4th house. So there are good and bad influences. There are some good influences also as the Lord of the 11th house, and also negative influences for the 4th house as the Lord of the 8th house. So you get both positive and negative influence for the matters governed by the 4th house when the Jupiter moves through your 4th house. The second planet to arrive there is Venus. Venus is good to be placed in 4th house. You will have more comfortable domestic life, family, in your residence, and it exerts positive influence for you, all the matters governed by the 4th house. But remember, Venus can't act alone. North Node also here, and Mercury also there. So they act as a conjunction. Then Sun transits to the 4th house, and the Sun's influence is very low in the 4th house. It's neutral or negative. Finally, the Mars arrives on 23rd February, and then it will continue to stay there in the 4th house up to 2nd March. Not the 2nd March, 2nd April. So role of the Mars is somewhat positive to gain the lands, properties likewise. But you will have some troubles, or you may have to confront with people during its stay in 4th house. So be cautious on those issues. Maybe land disputes or likewise. So there will be 4 planet, not the 4 planet, 5 planet, rare 5 planet conjunction will be taken place from 23rd February onwards, once Mars reaches the 4th house, and that is not going to be much useful for the Scorpio ascendant. Anyway, you have to you will have issues related to your properties, and also not only that, 4th house resembles your mother, and also the emotions which comes out or generates in your heart, emotions and impulses, all those things would be affected, both the positive and negative issues, mostly negative. That is the problem, because Sun, Mars are powerful planets. They act mostly negatively, and North Node also act like that. Even the Mercury also is not firm. It acts in both positive and negative ways. So mostly negative, but some positive influence also will be there. When it comes to your 10th house, the Scorpio ascendant must have experience from 18th May 2025 onwards. Ketu was there. Ketu, also called South Node, was there since 18th May 2025. You must have experienced the setbacks or some kind of disturbances for your profession from that time, and still it's going on. It will be there up to at least up to 31st October, because on 31st October Jupiter arrives there to your 10th house, which resembles your profession, and it can overpower the malefic influences of South Node and exerts positive influences for your profession. So up to 31st October, you will have mostly negative influences for your profession. So be cautious on your actions when you execute your duties in your employment, or even if you are doing your own business, so like that, you have to be cautious about your actions and decision making during that period. And the south node is in the 10th house, and the lord of the lord of the 10th house is sun, also in a weaker position in the 4th house. Is not good for your father. It's a because at the same time Jupiter also in the 8th house. So all these things says it's a bad time for your father, because Jupiter is going to stay there in the 8th house up to 2nd June. The entire period is a negative period or a bad period for your father, and also a bad period for the elderly relatives. But when the Jupiter travels through the 8th house, it's also regarded as a bad period for your health, and more expenses, sometimes legal issues, likewise, also illnesses, like a lot of problems. But perhaps you might inherit some kind of wealth from elders or deceased elderly relatives, or from your spouse, likewise. That is not possible always, only for those Scorpio ascendants who are already having such kind of relationships in their lives, are only open to such things. But most of the Scorpio ascendants, such things are not possible. Mostly you will experience loss of your wealth. You will lose your savings. It's a difficult time for you to save money, because the lord of the second house resembles your wealth and savings. The lord of the second house is Jupiter. It's in the birthplace of the birth chart, the 8th house. So it's very difficult time for you to save, and also it's a difficult time for you to save your savings. Even your family life, in the married life, also in a negative, going through a negative period, because your family life also resembled by second house. And the speech also, you have to be cautious about your speech in your personal life, and also your professional life, and even in the outside society. Be cautious about your speech, handle your words carefully. The Saturn is in your 5th house. It will be there up to 3rd June 2027, and it will exert long-term influences. So 5th house resembles your children, your education, or your love affairs. So Saturn is negative for all those issues. But Saturn in 5th house is good to gain economic benefits. So this is the common reading for Scorpio ascendants regarding this sun, the transit of sun. But when it comes to your own personal birth chart, if you get your own personal birth chart reading based on your birth chart, that will be more accurate than this, because it is more personalized and more unique for you. This is the common reading for Scorpio ascendants, because the exact positioning of the planets and their aspects and their states are all depends on the time of your birth. So those things which says your life story are all recorded at the time of your birth, are all recorded in your birth chart. It's like the screenshot of the time of your birth of the sky. It's like the screenshot of the sky at the time of your birth. So it describes most of the things about you. So to get a more accurate and more personalized birth chart reading, you have to refer your birth chart to a proficient astrologer and get it done. And you can obtain the remedies to overcome the malefic influences from him. Your birth chart reveals your destiny, but it's not a fixed destiny. You can change it to a great extent in your favor, but you need to have the will to do so. Astrology helps you and guides you in that course. That's one of the main service the astrology has been performed over hundreds of years. So with the use of this guidance, you can overcome your weaknesses. You can strengthen your your abilities, and also you can have a good work plan and courage to implement that, and then accordingly, with the guidance of the astrology, you can overpower the negative influence to come ahead in your life and to get the maximum use of the positive things to come ahead in your life. That is the way to succeed in your life with the help of astrology, by changing the things mentioned in your destiny. Good luck.